Hip- Welcome to another show on my CD collection. This is part 119. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do it for StreamYard. You know what I mean? Because no, something a little different. And then I just got myself a little little desk light. You know what I mean? So, because I'm doing it at night, and I usually have like the light. I usually have it at daytime and stuff like that. So, hopefully this comes out good. All right. All right. Without further ado, I'll show you guys a little bit of some of the CDs I copped over the past couple of months, several months, I should say. All right. First CD I want to show you guys is "You Better Ask Somebody" by Yo Yo. This was released in 1993. This is her third album. Love this album. Actually, this is actually my favorite album from her. This album has like a more harder edge to it compared to her first two albums. You know what I mean? Even though the other two had like some of it aggressive, but this is like really aggressive. This album has three singles. The singles are "I Be Winning My Crewin'," um, "West Side Story," and the Bonnie and Clyde theme featuring Ice Cube. Um, which unfortunately I don't think has a video for. Um, it sucks in my opinion, but the closest thing that you'll get for a video for the Bonnie and Clyde is if you go on YouTube, you type it in. They actually have a live performance, like they do at some TV show that they did back in '93, performing that song. But I really love that. Um, this is such a great album. I mean, you got songs like "Can You Handle It," "West Side Story," "Maxtress," um, "20 Sack," self-titled track, "Letter to the Pen," "Giving It Up," "Pass It On." Oh my god, that's just ill. "Girls Got a Gun," woo, and the Body Clyde thing, man. This shit goes hard, man. I love this album. I'm so glad I got my hands on it. So I pretty much have her first three albums, including this. Um, this album, I got it for a decent price because usually this album goes for a little bit of money online. It fluctuates. It's like it goes up in price and it goes down. So you just kind of like check different websites like Discogs or Amazon or eBay, and just check religiously. You know what I mean? And you get decent prices. Give yourself a break. You know what I mean? But yeah, Yo Yo with "You Better Ask Somebody." This is released in 1993. Very dope album. Highly recommended. Production wise, if you guys like Lethal Injection, The Predator, Death Certificate, even the Lynch Mob's first album, Gorillas in the Mist. If you guys like that album production wise, then you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. So this is "You Better Ask Somebody" by Yo Yo, released in '93. Get some water. Ah, all right. Next album, still in Cali. We're gonna go to Long Beach. Uh, it's Snoop Dogg with the game is to be sold, not to be sold. The game is to be sold, not to be told. This is released in 1998. This album came out 2 years after he dropped Dogfather. Which in my opinion, I thought was I have mixed feelings about Dogfather. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's like in between, in my opinion. But that's not really his fault. You know what I mean? But he did the best he could. But I already spoke about that. If you want to check more on how I get into you want to check my review, definitely check it out. Just go on my channel, type in Dogfather, and then it should pop up. But anyways, getting back to this song right here. He got released from Death Row back in '97. Um, he befriended Master P, and Mystical actually dropped the second album, Unpredictable, which is the second album dropped in '97. That was actually his first album on No Limit Records, which is a great album. I do have it in my collection. I showed you guys that a while back, like a couple years ago. Um, Snoop Dogg was featured on the song "Gangsters," I believe it was on that album. Very dope song, killed that. And then later in '98, signed with No Limit and dropped this album right here. There's three singles off the album. The singles are Wolf, which I'm not a fan of. I hate that song. Uh, Still a G Thing, and I believe Slow Down was a single too. Um, But there are some songs on here that's pretty dope. You got songs like Gin and Juice Part Two, Hustle and Ball. That's pretty dope. Still a G thing. $20 to my name. Ain't nothing personal. Dog Pound Gangster, DP Gangster. Game of Life. That's fucking dope. Uh, Dogs gonna get ya. Holes, money, and clout. Get about it, and rowdy. It's a pretty decent album. Um, we were originally supposed to do a review on this album on Speak of Clout, but we had to do some changes and stuff like that within the podcast. So kind of put that in the back burner. We'll eventually do it, but yeah, I'm glad I got it. You know what I mean? Definitely had to get my hands on this. Um, but what's crazy is the fact that which I have the Q Pack version. This is the clean version. I bought this originally, but it was clean. I don't like clean albums. This doesn't make sense to me, especially clean hip hop albums. It doesn't make sense. And I had to get that. I had to sell with this dirty version. So I'm definitely gonna get my hands on the dirty version of this. But what's interesting is the fact that this version has slow down. Track two is slow down, and then this one is I Can't Take the Heat is as track two. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So just to give you guys a heads up regarding that. But and the difference with this album is that Snoop Dogg, he was using the what's it called? He was using the Beats by the Pound production. So that was something new from him. And from what I heard, I don't know how true this is, but he recorded this album within a couple of weeks or like couple months. So he pretty much signed with Death Row with No Limit Records and put out the same year. So that's pretty fast. And No Limit were known to put out albums every week, like no bullshit, like every week or every month. Like it's hard to keep up. And when they first came out, when it got really popular, I'm not gonna lie, I did not like any of that shit. But as you got older, your taste of music changes within time, and that's the case with me with No Limit. So I'm trying to catch up, but I'm more trying to catch up with more of the 3 6 Mafia side of things. But yeah, this is Snoop Dogg with the games to be sold, not to be told. This was released in 1998. Sugar water. All right. Next album, still in Long Beach. We're gonna go with Snoop Dogg with No Limit Top Dog. It was released in 1999. I'm so glad I got my hands on this album. I have the album like I bought the album years ago. I bought it from a lot, but it came all scratched up, so I had to get another copy of this, man. And I'm so glad I got my hands on this album. This is such a dope album. I love it. Um, it has more of the traditional West Coast sound that Snoop is known for. Um, known for 2 singles, "Down for My Niggas" and "Bitch Please." Excuse me. Those are 2 singles on the album. Pretty dope album. You got songs like "Buckham" featuring Sticky Fingers, "Trust Me" featuring Silky Fine and Sugar Free. Whew, DJ Quick, man, that beat is phenomenal. My heat goes boom. In Love with a Thug, G Bedtime Stories, Down for My Niggas. Although I like the song, I'm so over that song. It's like I've heard it so many times. Like I know that's you know kind of what's the word, blasphemous to say, but hey man, it is what it is. Better Days was pretty dope. Bitch Please, obviously. Gangster Ride with Silk the Shocker. Ghetto Symphony, which they pretty much pay homage to the symphony by the Juice Crew. Um, Just Dippin' featuring Dr. Dre and Joel. Don't Tell featuring Warren G. Mossberg, rest in peace to him, who was DJ Quick's protege at one point, and Nate Dogg. 20 Minutes featuring Goldie Loc, I Love My Mama. Very dope album, man. I'm so glad I got my hands on this. Very dope. This is actually my third favorite Snoop album because my first is obviously Doggy Style for obvious reasons. Then The Last Meal, which is another slept on album. Love that album, man. I showed you guys that a while back, but finally got my hands on this album. It's Snoop Dogg with the No Limit Top Dog, released in 1999. Very dope album. Highly recommended. All right, next album, we're gonna take a flight to LaGuardia Airport. We're gonna go to Queens. We're gonna go to Corona, Queens, specifically East Elmhurst. We're gonna go with Kool G Rap and DJ Polo with Rated X, released in 1996. This is more of a compilation album, songs that they recorded, between the late 80s up to the mid 90s, 95 and 96. There's some songs, some exclusive songs. You can tell that he recorded around like 94, 95. Like I Ain't Trickin', Under 21 Not Permitted. I love that song, pretty dope. No One Mr. Nice Guy was pretty dope. Check the Bitch, Fuck You Man, which I believe was on. If you guys have the Traffic edition of Live and Let Die, um, that is actually on, I believe, on the second disc. Once I do have, um, that's on there. Talk Like Six, which was actually featured on Wanted Dead or Alive. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous is pretty dope. You can tell that was recorded around like 93, 94. Enter the Dragon is pretty dope. I'm Fly, original version. Rom Time, Rikers Island. Everybody knows that song. That song, I believe, was on, I want to say Wanted Dead or Alive because it was recorded in 87, 88, but I don't think it was on the Road to the Riches, unless I'm wrong. But I have so much albums, but it's hard to keep up. But I know for sure it was on Wanted Dead or Alive for sure. Say like one of the second to last song, if not the last song off the album. And Keep It Swinging. Yeah, pretty dope compilation. I'm glad I got my hands on it. Um, it's out of print. It goes for a little bit of money online. I got it for a decent price on eBay. But yeah, pretty dope. If you're a Kool G Rap aficionado like me, then I highly recommend you guys check this album out, man. This is Kool G Rap and DJ Polo with Rated X, released in 1996. Dope shit. Like one of the last albums to come out of Culture Records. All right. Next album. I'm so glad I got my hands on this because I've been trying to get this album for years, and it is Big Twins with the Project Kid. This is released in sorry for the glare. This is released in 2009. Very very dope album. Highly recommended. Big Twin, you guys should know him. He's one third of Infamous Mob, affiliated with Mob Deep. I, I, yeah, affiliated with Mob Deep and stuff like that. But yeah, dope album. I love this fucking album. This album didn't really get promoted like that. Not that I remember, because I wasn't. I was when this album came out in 2009. I was 22 at the time, so I don't remember this song being promoted. But yeah, but I do remember the song "Bacon and Cheese," which is the single of the album. Um, I remember there is a video for that. Very dope. You can find it on YouTube. Let me turn it down. Excuse me. Turn on the songs. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying before, um, great album right here. We got songs like "Smart Niggas" featuring Crown Don of Strong Arm Steady fame, fucking dope MC. When I say G, Get 'em, Trip to the PJs, Bacon and Cheese, Wanna Be Down. Oh my god, one of the illest Alchemist beats I've heard of in my life. That shit goes in. That shit is hard, man. Project Kid, love that joint. That should have been a single. Dope beat by Havoc, fucking dope shit. How I Feel, Just Don't Give a Fuck, Can't Call It. Drop 'em off, feature Prodigy. When I Walk Away, feature Alchemist. It comes with two bonus tracks, number one and Dunn Street. Yeah, this is a very dope album. Production wise, is reminiscent of HNRC Part Two. So if you guys like that album, production wise, then you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. But really dark shit, real that that infamous mob sound that we all love. I'm so glad I got my hands on this, man, because this stuff is very hard to come by. You know what I mean? I have Blood Thicker Than Water by Infamous Mob, and I have their first album special edition, which I got lucky with that one. And those go for a lot of money too, and this also goes for a lot of money too. I got this for 29.99 plus tax. Came out like to $32. Got it off Amazon. So I'm glad I got it because usually that song goes for a little bit more money than that. So glad I got it. But highly recommended. This is Big Twins with Project Kid. This is released in 2009. Highly recommend if you like that old mob sound that we all love, man, from the 2000s. All right, next album, we're gonna take a trip to Long Island. Oh man, it is the Grand Imperial Diamond Shell. This is released in 1991 by Diamond Shell. Um, Diamond Shell, for those who don't know, Diamond Shell is Biz Marquis' little brother. Uh, man, what can I say about this album, man? Oh man, it's just so forgettable. It's not that good. The only good thing about this album is actually the album cover. That's what intrigued me to get this album. Honestly, is the album cover. You see him in Times Square, with him sweeping up the LPs and stuff like that. I mean, you got some decent songs. Like you got songs like Back Again, Same Old Song, which I believe was a single. I think Same Old Song was a single. Or oh What a Night. Oh man, that song, Jesus Christ. The self-titled track, Back 'em Up, make him say huh. I thought that was pretty dope. Giggles was okay. Rock On, there's some decent songs on here, but nothing to write home about. His rhyming style is like very weird. It's like he kind of reminds me of like Zevlov X. Take Zevlov X and you just give him a whole bunch of bubblegum and him trying to rap. You kind of get that with that, and then with the Long Island accent, you get, Diamond Show. He's not really the best MC, the most lyrical MC in the world, but it's interesting to say the least. It's not the best thing in the world, but definitely give it a chance. You know what I mean? But I forgot how much I paid for it. I didn't pay too much. I think I probably paid like about $8 for this. But yeah, decent album. Not the best thing in the world, but yeah, he's not the best MC in the world either. But this is the Grand Imperial Diamond Shell by Diamond Shell. This was released in 1981. Like I said, I like that. I love the album cover. I thought that's pretty dope, very creative. Like I said, you see him in Times Square sweeping up all the LPs. So, excuse me, very dope album cover. But the album wise, could have been a lot better in my opinion, personal opinion. But yeah, it's released in '91. Cold Chillin' Records. All right, next album. So glad I got my hands on this. Should have got this years ago, but finally got it. Trends of Culture with Trendz. This was released in 1993. This is their debut album. Sorry for the glare. Um, I showed you guys their second album, the Trends Band Come. When Trends Band Come, it was supposed to be released in '95, but it got shelved because I think the record label they were under at the time. The only thing that came out of that album at the time in '95 was the single "Make a Move" that was released in 1995. So, but we finally got the album, so finally got my hands on that. So glad to get that. Known for the two singles, "Off and On" and "Value of the Skins." Very dope shit right here. Dope Harlem hip hop, man. I love the song "Fuck What You Heard." Dope way to start the album. To my favorite song off the album. "Off and On." I love that joint. The single, dope beat by Lord Finesse. Old Habits, Who Got My Back, Hassle and the Iron Horse, Crotch Ripper, Mad Speaker, Mad Flavor, Mad Style, Value of the Skins, and you got the remix, Value of the Skins bonus mix produced by Lord Finesse. But yeah, dope shit, dope roughneck shit. Highly recommended. You know what I mean? If you guys like that early 90s roughneck shit, then you'll definitely enjoy this album. This is Trends of Culture with Trendz, Harlem hip hop at its finest, released in 1993. Dope shit. All right. Oh man, this next album. Oh my god, I just had to get it just because to add on to the discography, and you know where I'm getting with this. But we're gonna take a trip to Wyandanch, Long Island, Suffolk County, and it is Erick B with his self-titled album Erick B released in 1995. Hold on, let me uh yeah, so his self-titled album, everybody knows Erick B. He's the DJ for Eric B and Rakim, the producer, even though he didn't produce shit. Rakim was doing all this shit, you know what I mean? But whatever the case may be. The self-titled album, he does rap on this album. Yeah, yeah, he does rap, but obviously he did not write the lyrics. Freddie Fox or Bumpy Knuckles or whatever you want to call him, Freddie Fox at the time in the '90s, '80s, '90s. That's what he went by. Freddie Fox wrote the lyrics, so he sounds somewhat decent on the album. Um, just some of the song titles on this album, like it's just that. First of all, let's talk about the album cover. The album cover looks like the bootleg early '90s B movie that you would see on BET, or like you would see like in the video stores. When video stores was a thing at the time. On my '80s and '90s heads, and even my '70s babies. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Where you go to the video rental store, whether it be Blockbuster, Hollywood Videos, or like your local mom and pop video store. I miss those days, man. And then you would always see like the cheesy B movies with the nigga that is like a bodyguard, but then he knows martial arts and all that shit, and he has a love interest. This is that fucking album cover. That's what this looked like. It's that bad, man. Like this is come on, man. And then you got the nerve to have the silhouette. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, you got song titles like, man, like I Can't Let You, Love Trap, You're My Painted Bitch. Oh man, Louis Burrell theme song, Love, Inside Out, Goodbye in quotation mark, Like Candy, Get It On, and Why Oh Why. Yeah, man. There was like maybe two or three songs I did like, but Get It On is probably the song I do like. I like the beat for that. He does his thing on that, but the rest of the album, like, oh my god, it's very forgettable. But I got it because I do own all the Erick and Rakim albums as well as the Rakim albums. So I think it's only right I just copped this, and I got it for dirt cheap. I got it for $5 on eBay. So definitely recommend unless you want to like complete the discography, I would avoid this album. But like I said, you would have to want to like be a fan, like to complete the discography. Then by all means get it. You know what I mean. But don't break your pockets buying this album. Like I said, I paid for $5, and I think that's a decent price. But Eric B. self-titled album released in 1995. All right. Next album. I'm glad I got this album, but yeah. I'll talk more about it. It is Funkdoobiest with their third album, the Troubleshooters. This was released in 1997, 2 years after Brothers Doobie, which I'm glad I own because I've been trying to get that album for years. That one goes for stupid money. Um, the story with this album is the fact that it came out like I said 2 years after Brothers Doobie. Tomahawk Hawk had left the group because he had a kid. He just became a father, so duty, father duty, daddy duty calls, that kind of thing. And so it's just pretty much Son Doobie and DJ Ralph M. You know what I mean? And oh man, this album not that good. I was a little bit disappointed, man. For one thing, it's the production, because the production was mostly done. Well, it had more of a West Coast feel to it, a more West Coast G Funk feel to it, which is not them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I mean, you got songs like Papi Chulo, which I believe was a single. Oh my god, that's such a bad song, man. And he had the nerve to have a Spanish version of that. It it's like his take on with reggaeton before he got popular here in the states. And 'cause he's Puerto Rican, so reggaeton's been around since the '80s and stuff. You know what I mean? Even though, like, sidebar, reggaeton started in Panama, not in Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. Let's get that out the way. Sorry to my Platano, my Boricuas, but it started in Panama. And I'm just saying. So do your research. En general, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, getting back to this album right here. Papi Chulo, like he really tried doing this reggaeton shit, and it's just no, nigga, no, it's not good. But he does have some other song, and then oh yeah, Poppy, like oh my god, this is bad. I hate that song. But he does have some other dope songs like on the premises, Crazy Puerto Rican was pretty dope. The anthem, um, Natural Fun. Life's a Gamble. Whew, that shit is fire. Tribal Flutes was pretty dope. Five Deadly Indians. Holding It Down. That was produced by the Beat Miners. I thought that was pretty dope. Stretching, and that's pretty much it, man. But like I said, this album was okay. It was in the quiet taste, man, because I'm so used to them being with DJ Muggs and the production by DJ Ralph M and stuff like that. So they try to do like more outside producers, and it's just like one of those things that I get it. You're trying to like branch out, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's like one of those things. But yeah, Funkdoobiest with the Troubleshooters. This was released in 1997. Got my hands on this. I got this for maybe I want to say like about $11, but it's like one of those things I had to get it because I have their first two albums. I have the Which Doobie You Be, and I have Brothers Doobie. I'm trying to get that Brothers Doobie because that shit goes for stupid money. And I already told you guys the story with that, but glad I got this right here. Funkdoobiest Troubleshooters, released in 1997. All right, next album. Got a couple more. Is MC Breed with the New Breed. This was released in 1993. I'm so glad I got my hands on this shit right here. I love this album. Dope shit right here. Known for singles like Gotta Get Mine with Tupac. Everybody knows that song. That song was played in 8 Mile when they were in the car riding around and shit. So I think they were like on their way to the freestyle battle when he choked and shit like that. Everybody knows that. So I think it was like around that scene, like around that time. So but yeah, dope song by Tupac with two featuring Tupac. Coming Real Again, another dope song by Tupac. That shit is dope. When I heard the song again, I was like, holy shit, I haven't heard this song since the early 2000s. Because back in the early 2000s, I made a Tupac mixtape for myself. And Coming Real Again was one of the songs. And I totally forgot about that song, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm so glad I heard that shit. And then good quality as well. Watch Your Own Back, just another clip. Conversations, ain't too good. Something to Smoke To. Uh, Everyday Ho. I mean, this whole album is fucking dope. And my opinion, this is where he got the signature MC Breed sound. My personal opinion, he found it on this album right here. So this is MC Breed, the New Breed, released in 1993. Rest in peace to MC Breed. I love this album cover. It's very dope. Like the smoke, the gray smoke behind them, like some real mystic shit right here. Dope shit right here. All right, got like four more. Next album, so glad I got my hands on this. Give big shout out to my nigga John Dixon, JD. Shout out to you, my guy. It is Cam with Made in America. This was released in 1995, 2 years after Never Again. Great, great, great album. I know most people prefer this album. I like his first album a little bit better than this album, but that's nothing to take away about this album. This is a great album. I love the album cover. You see Cam right here. See all the people, the members of the Nation of Islam. I thought it was pretty dope. Known for singles like I think Pull Your Whole Card and I think In Traffic was another single as well. Pull Your Whole Card, he takes shots at Ice Cube, because they're cousins. The bad, business deal that they had together, and Ice Cube's not really the best businessman when it comes to hip hop, i.e. Cam himself, DJ Pooh, Caution, the Lynch Mob. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Even I probably Sir Jinx as well too. But Made in America and pretty dope. You got songs like Trust Nobody, that's pretty dope. That's My Nigga, Way of Life, pretty dope. Down for Mine featuring MC and Dre stuff, Gangsta, a BG Knock on Dre stuff, Fame, In Traffic, Giving It Up, Nothing Nice, I think is dope. Who Riding, Keep the Peace, Represent. I mean, this whole album is pretty dope. Like I said, this album has like a more G-funk feel to it compared to his first album, because his first album had like more of that Ice Cube sound like that. Like I said, like I mentioned about Yo-Yo's third album, You Better Ask Somebody. So if you like production from like Ice Cube, shit like that, like QD3 and then all those people, like that sound, then you'll like his first album, Never Again. But that sound was like more G-funk feel to it. Also, he has another song he did that was featured on DJ Pooh's debut album. What's that album? Bad News That Travel Fast. That came out in '97. It's another album I need to get my hands on. Um, he did another diss with Ice Cube. Oh my God, he killed you. I don't care what nobody says, but yeah, so glad I got this album because this album goes for a lot of money online, and it's much as far as like as much as like 60, 70 bucks, and I was like, holy shit! So glad I got my hands on that. Can Made in America, released in 1995. Dope shit right here. But yeah, it's with the water. Ah, I got three more. All right, next album. It's an album I already have, but I've mentioned it before. A lot of CDs that I only kept the CDs and the booklet because I would keep it in like in a CD booklet. I never really cared for the case, but now that I got older, I started appreciate things like the CD case. So I had to rebuy it again, and it is You God with Golden On Redemption. Sorry for the glare. Golden On Redemption. This is released in 1999. This is his debut album. I love this album. By all means, it's not a classic, but I think it's a good album. I think a lot of people hate on You God in general. They don't really give this album a lot of they don't give the album a chance, but excuse me. Oh, I need to get that out. No for singles. That's Gangsta. I love that song. And Bizarre, which I'm not too crazy about. That was like his his stab at commercial music, and it just wasn't for him. Like you shouldn't don't do that again. It's like one of those things. But got songs like Turbulence. I thought it was pretty dope. That's Gangsta, obviously. Fucking dope song. Dope song by dope beat by True Master. Rumble. I love that song. Rumble was also featured on the Wu Tang Shaolin style video game that came on PS1, which I do have somewhere. I don't remember. And even at that time, that game was very hard to come by. 'Cause I bought it. I want to say like 2 years after it came out, in 2000, and at that time it was hard to come by, and I got to use at Funko Land. So yes, I'm telling you guys my name. I'm showing my age here, but who remembers Funko Land, man? I'm on New Yorkers, man. Who remembers Funko Land, aka EB Games, aka GameStop, all that shit. You got Pleasure of Pain. I thought it was pretty dope. Shell Shock was pretty dope. Lay Down, motherfuckers lay down. Dun, 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 dun. Motherfuckers lay down. Yeah, that shit's dope. Turbocharged. I love that joint. Very unique beat by RZA. Turbocharge, turbocharge. Doing things my way. Turbocharge. Yeah, fucking dope. Knocking at your door. Pretty dope. And Night the City Cried. Dope album. This was released off Wu Tang Records, Priority Records. This album is out of print. A little hard to come by, but you get it for a decent price. You know what I mean? So I got it. Um, this is You God, Gordon's Redemption, released in 1999, and I didn't get to hear all of his albums. I did hear a little bit of Mr. Excitement that came out in '05. I wasn't too crazy about that album, but I heard Dopium was pretty good. I didn't hear that album. I heard great things about that. I might have to revisit that album one day, but yeah. So this is Going On's Redemption by You God, released in 1999. Definitely give it a chance. Unless it's not classic material, because in '99 that was like kind of like the graveyard on it was like the second tier of Wu releases, and you had a lot of hit and misses, that kind of thing. And unfortunately, that's fall in the category, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Just give it a chance. But this is You God with Golden Arms Redemptions. And we got two more. So I got my hands on this. Is NOG with Angel Dust. This was released in 1998. Fucking love this album. So glad I got my hands on this. I think I got it for like $10 on Amazon. So glad I got my hands on this. NOG, for those who don't know, he's an MC from Memphis, Tennessee. He's known for his affiliation with 36 Mafia at one point. Production is done by DJ Paul himself, DJ Paul and Juicy J, both of them. And unfortunately, this is the last song he recorded with them. I think he got kicked out either because of monetary reason or drug use. which is very common in the 3 6 Mafia within the 3 6 Mafia camp because a lot of people were getting kicked out because of that. Um, we got songs like "Throw Them Things," fucking dope. "Ashes to Ashes" featuring Kusa Nigga. Rest in peace to him. It was his birthday the other thing like yesterday or the day before. Um, that song is dope. "Ashes to Ashes." That song uses the same beat as "Fuck Them Hoes" off the 3 6 Mafia's "When the Smoke Clears." That uses the same beat and stuff like that, but this uses it before. Um, although I do like the 3 6 Mafia version better, but this version is pretty dope too. "Break the Law" '98, fucking dope. I love that. That was actually the first song I heard from this album. "Dead Man Don't Talk," fucking dope. Project Pat, the hook the hook, his hooks are fucking dope, and people don't give Project Pat his props for that. "Pull Up Off Me Ho," I love that. It's another song I heard too. One of the first songs I heard from this album. Um, "Profit Haters" with Gangsta Boo. "My Niggas Crazy," "Fly Straight," "Tear the Club Up Thugs." That was an intro. "Fuck What You Heard." I mean, yeah, this is a great album, man. If you like that late '90s 3 6 Mafia sound like I do, then you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. This is Indo G Angel Dust, released in 1998. This is out of print. Goes for a little bit of money, but if you can get it for a decent price, I highly recommend you pick this album up. And last but not least, I've been trying to get this album for years. I'm so glad I got it. It is a 3 6 Mafia with the Chapter 2 World Domination. This was released in 1997. I love this album. This album goes hard, man. I fucking love this. Been trying to get this for years because it goes for a lot of money online. It's expensive too. You know what I mean? I had to get it from overseas. You know, that's how much I had to get it. I think I paid close to like $30 for this album. Like that's how expensive this album is. It's crazy, but definitely worth the money. I mean, you got songs like "World Blast," which is like about a minute and 30 seconds. "Hit a Motherfucker," I love that. "Profit Posse," "Motivated," oh my god, I love that. "I Ain't Your Friend," "Spill My Blood," "Who Got the Nines," "Gun Clash," I love that song. It's probably my favorite song off the album. 3 6 in the Morning was just them paying homage to Ice T with 6 in the Morning. "Tear the Club Up" '97, love that. There's a video for that. "Late Night Tip," I like that song, but I'm a little over that song too. "Body Parts Part 2," fucking dope. The first "Body Parts" was featured on Chapter 1, The End, which I do have, which it's not that expensive. You get it for dirt cheap. "Flashes," "Into Deep," "Land of the Lost." I mean, this whole album is fucking dope, man. Highly recommended. You know what I mean? This was like the last album that had like that more signature dark sound from them. Even though like the later stuff had dark production, but they were starting going more towards the gangster side of things, which is even dope too. So I'm not mad at that, man. But 3 6 Mafia Chapter 2 World Domination released in 1997. So glad I got my hands on this. So I just need to get the most unknown, and I have to get the Last to Walk. And I heard Last to Walk is not that good, but I definitely have to get my hands on that. And that's what I'm gonna check, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review CD collection. Definitely stay tuned for more. That's it. It is 11:45. I figured let me show you guys this real quick, and then that's pretty much it, man. Definitely stay tuned for more. All right, peace. Look it up. Oh, and broadcast.